Now you should be able to hear me. Thank you, Chris. Which makes me think... Oh, but the music's working. Okay, sure. Why not? Okay. I'm not gonna go there. Okay, so... hello, everybody. I'll start over. Welcome back. So I'm going to tell you guys kind of what happened on Mountain Man. I have a whole pile of things next to me. But not right away, because I always end up repeating myself anyway. So, in lieu of that, we are going to jump right into this, and then I have a couple other projects that I want to mention that kind of involve what happened this weekend. But I'll get into those as well. Where did I put my thread? I don't know. Huh. Well, how unfortunate. I've lost my thread. How does one do that? Well, shit. I have no idea what I did with it. Did it fall in the... Found it. It fell in the bin. Okay. Glad I looked there. All right. So, how is everybody doing? Been up and down? I'm sorry. Okay. Got a few days off, that's good. I have been struggling to get back to standard society myself. That'll do. But what I want to do is I want to glue this down first to it. This still holds the air tag, right? Yeah. Yes. so we're gonna glue that close to the middle as I can. Doesn't really matter. Does it matter? It does matter. Hold on. Before I do that, I need to figure out. You doubt yourself a bit? Well, you shouldn't. Roughly there-ish to wrap around to that side. And then we'll snip probably in the middle of that terribly cut star. Okay. Let's use black hardware. I think that would look good. Struggling here, Beth. Doesn't want to come out of the bin. Necessary. Well, what if I cheat? What if I cheat a bit here? I don't need that. Because the way that this snap works is you get two pieces here. You get the piece like this, and then you get the piece like this. This piece will sit on there, and then will become one solid bit, and then that is what ends up being the snap. I do agree. Do not feel that way. You are just as valid as anyone else. Am I fucking stupid? Why do some of these look longer than others? Oh my goodness, I am stupid. Here's a little hat. I'm trying to use the wrong damn one. Okay. I thought so. Okay. I almost screwed that whole thing up. You'll get attacked by a bear and die? Don't revenant yourself? I know it's kind of an old movie at this point, but... This one definitely goes in here and then buckles down. And then this becomes the snap. I think. Yeah. More or less. That does that. Okay. Yes. And that snaps into that, and then boom, bam, bing. Okay, now I need a little piece of scrap, which I happen to have sitting right here. That's kind of thick. I need something that thick? No. What about a softer material? It's thick, but it's softer. That might work better. Yeah. It should stretch a little bit too. Okay. Okay, let's put all the layers together, just temporarily. Figure out how thick this thing's gonna be. Should only be about 1 inch, but still. And then it'll wrap around there. I plan on going on over all the edges with some black at the very end anyway, but that should do. And then for the snap, I'm thinking... Is that too thin? Try and get an example. What size snaps are these? These are 1/2 inch snaps, so I want to make the strap 3/4 of an inch so that they sit in the middle. That ought to do it. That ought to do it. 3/4 strap. Oh, I don't need this. I just need a ruler. Damn, but I had it. Okay. That should be plenty thick. Okay. And that fits. Wow, shocker. I have no idea what to do. Well, what is it in regards to? best at giving advice, but I'm certainly more than willing to give it a go. Damn. Just drop the scissors. City Slicker out of 10 on survival. I mean, it's okay. That's how I kind of felt like this weekend. If it makes you feel any better. That's good enough. Dye that. Shit. Am I out of dye? Oh shit. Oh, I got regular brown. I don't know how to work. It's just gonna be a little bit darker than everything else, but that's okay. That's okay. Get more of these soon. See myself using that much of it. Well, it's been a fair few years since I've gone camping. I'll say that. I also found out that I don't do too well when it comes to competition. I was I was in my element, but I was out of my element, if that makes sense. Okay, I gotta let that sort of dry a bit so it doesn't stain anything else. So I can set this on so I don't waste it in case I need it again. I probably will. Okie dokie. Alright, so I know for a fact I need a snap. So we're gonna put this snap on the button, which means this is gonna go here. In the star. I also learned that spring, specifically April, fucking cold! And I'm not as youthful as I once was. I can't... Things hurt in the morning when it's cold. Oh, I might have fucked that. No. No, that's a strong connection. And now it's gone. God, can I find that? You know what? That's okay. I probably was gonna break one of these anyway. I don't feel that bad about wasting one. Besides, it's not a waste if I can find it later on. Okay, is this dry yet? Dry enough. Dry enough. Okay. If I want it to be a tight fit, I want to bring that back just a hair. Put it right about, and I want it to be in the middle, so put it about here-ish. Yeah, it's about the middle. And we're going to put this upside down. Button on there and use the heavy duty. Now these are called heavy duty snaps. I actually have intentions of using these to remake some parts on my suspenders which failed. And you can help me not commit accidental life insurance claims. Preferably, do not do that. By all means, DM if you need to. I can, you know, if I can't help, Farley might be able to. Take what I say with a grain of salt, of course, but, you know, I will do what I can. Okay, so this gets... Oh no. Is that not crimped enough? That's very small. feel like that's not enough. Let's try and shove that in just a bit more. And then maybe we can pop these out a hair. Yeah, that's better. It's not too tough, but it's tough enough. And then this is just gonna get cut round because round is an easy shape. I said round is an easy shape, and I then struggled to cut round 3 times. Ah. Let's just fix that. Okay. And then when we close this wallet up, this will snap around the edge, just like so. Perfect. Doesn't need anything else, actually. I'll just sew it on. Cool. That'll take me all of like 2 seconds. Okay, so maybe it's long enough to start yapping about how Mountain Man went. Maybe we're a little bit further in than just the very beginning. It's been 30 minutes. So first things first. Struggled to find the place. The directions were not great. Once we did find the place, pulled into, and we assumed it was a place. We pulled into the area, and there were some camps set up, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then we found a split in the road. One way was a regular road that went straight, and the other way was through a river. So we rolled down the window and hollered, and somebody said to ford the river. So we had to ford the river in an RV, which was interesting. Once we did that, set up camp, kind of. We just parked, and then found out, kind of a little bit about the place. They showed me around, and I said, "Oh, okay. Well, I've got an outfit I can put on if it's now," because I didn't realize that it was it started on Friday morning instead of on Saturday morning. So I went and put my outfit on, and the older guys that were there were kind of like, just, no, I don't know. At first they were not so sure of me, and then I came out in my outfit and went, oh no, that was definitely worth the wait, you know, to see, you know, you legitimately do have the outfit. Okay, I see you. I will say I wasn't the only one wearing fringed pants. However, mine was the probably only pair of gold ones there. But I unironically didn't stand out. I took it with a candid attitude and talked to people. The guy who was showing me around he started giving me a pointer on the something that had malfunctioned on my weapon, and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't mean to. I'm not trying to tell you how to shoot your." And I was like, "No, please, I will gladly take advice from an old timer. I haven't, you know, I haven't had that much experience shooting with other people, so, you know, any advice or pointers you want to give me, I'm open ears. I'm never gonna say no to a chance to learn. Because I'll admit, I don't do everything correctly. I still don't. You know, there's always room to learn. And he was giving me some just pointers on some stuff that had happened, malfunctioned, how to fix it, and it worked. Got me going again. To explain what happened. So I brought a plethora of weaponry because I didn't know what the logistics was. Time period wise, the latest was 1840, or the 1840s, they said. So my outfit that I designed was more towards like the 1860s, 1870s. So I have to tailor my outfit a bit to modify it. Which is fine, can be done. The clothing is still very, very similar, if not the same. But, the difference being I have to make slight adjustments to certain things. My suspenders failed horribly the whole trip. And by that, I mean, the straps themselves were fine. The thing that failed on them was the little clasp that I made to hold the suspenders to the suspender straps. I know, right? Future boy. So I have to remake those. I'm gonna use these snaps for it because what ended up happening, maybe I won't use these snaps. I don't know. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do it. Previously I used Sam Brown buttons, and the leather just kept falling off the Sam Brown button. So, I don't know. I don't know. I had that issue before when I used carabiner clips. It's just, you know, possibly, I don't know. I may just need to make a second pair that work solely with clips and just make it a permanent connection. Because the issue was that the loop kept coming undone. I have them sitting here. Let me see if that loop is even attached to them still. Oh, it is on one. What do you know? Okay. So this was the initial loop that I made. Right? And it would loop around. Clip to a Sam Brown button, like so. And then pull tight. And then the weight of the rig should hold this together. The problem is it wasn't. It kept popping off, which it's crazy that I can't get it to pop off here, but it just kept falling off. I don't know why it kept falling off, but it did. So I need to remake this better somehow, because otherwise I don't have a way to connect my front suspenders. Maybe just use regular buttons instead of Sam Brown buttons. I do have those elk ones, but they're really big. These ones... Oh, there's one of them here. Here's the other one. I have these, which I could use, which is a piece of elk horn that's been polished. But, again, these are very, very big, and I don't know if that would even work. I think I might know what I want to make out of those, though. Anyway, so day one, I signed up, paid my, entry fee or whatever, because it was surprisingly very cheap entry fee, I might add. It was $25 to camp and $25 to participate in the rendezvous competition, which I did not realize was a competition until they gave me my scorecard and said, "Okay, good luck. We'll show you around." Oh, okay. And they're like, "What did you bring to shoot?" I said, well, I've got a few things, and then I listed them off. I brought my revolvers, which were not allowed to be used because they were not the correct time period. I could have got away with it if it was a Dragoon. It was not a Dragoon, it was a Colt Navy, so I could have maybe gotten away with a Walker, because technically that was designed in 49. But that would have been pushing the issue. So I had a pistol that I had brought with me, a pirate. I call it a pirate pistol, because that's what it looks like. I bought it at an antique store once upon a time, and the guy told me it was a toy. I brought it home. It turns out it wasn't. But I always used it as just a prop. But I brought it with me and said, all right, fuck it, let's figure it out. Horribly, horribly filthy, rusty piece of junk. That turned out to be a really, really nice firearm once I cleaned it up. I'm gonna practice with it so I actually get good. I also brought my flintlock, which I'd never shot before, so didn't want to enter that into the competition. And I brought my, it's called a Hawkins rifle, where it is a double-triggered musket carbine. So it's a very short muzzleloader. So that's the one that I built when I was in high school. And I said, okay, let me do that. I regret it. I did not do as well as I'd hoped I was going to do. So I'll start off with the rifle, because that's what I started with on Saturday. So this is my competition thing. I got 7 points out of 19, which is not great. And I'll go over what the points were. So the first shot, if you hit the black, which I hadn't sighted in my weapon yet. It was just the first shot I'd taken with that since, God, I want to say like last year, maybe? I haven't shot it a lot because it sucks to take to the range. So I'm not very fond of it. It was fun to play with when I was younger, but it's not I definitely have. I like the flintlock 100 times better. For me, it's easier to operate, although everyone said that flintlocks are harder for some reason. I didn't have any problem. Anyway, so that was the first thing I did, and then I did a couple others, and the flintlock, I wouldn't say the flintlock is impractical. I would say that the flintlock is actually far more versatile because it does not require a whole lot. The other one works the same. My gripe with it is it has mechanical issues. So it doesn't like to shoot if the powder is even slightly damp, and that could be as much as like the air is too humid. I don't know why. I think maybe something's wrong with the flash hole. I don't know. I also don't like how finicky the double triggers are. My front sight and my rear sight are both made of plastic, which I hate. And overall, I built it when I was like 16, and the quality is not great. I didn't sand the stock down nearly enough. It's got jutting parts. Things that are all fixable, but I just couldn't be bothered, you know? I did buy new sights, and I bought a new double trigger in case I do want to try and mess with it a little bit. Because maybe eventually. I don't hate the cap lock system. I think the cap lock system is fine. And to explain the difference between flintlock and cap lock. So the lock is the hammer. They used to be called locks. They were called locks because the original firing system was called a match lock, which was a candle wick that you would pull your trigger. Wasn't called a trigger back then; it was called a levering pin. But you would pull your trigger, and it would have a pile of black powder, and instead of it being like a slam down fire, it would slowly ratchet down to touch the powder and ignite it. That's how matchlocks work. So they kept the terminology lock when they moved on. The next from that was called a flintlock. So instead of having a burning match, which could ember and spark and set your firearm off prematurely, or, you know, just in general wasn't as reliable, would have a piece of flint that would strike what's called a frizzen, which is a chunk of steel to produce spark. It would still be the same concept. You got a little pile of powder that would ignite once you have the sparks. Flint and steel, essentially. And that, I think, works fantastically. Cap lock, which you see a lot of, like cap and ball revolvers, or later model muskets, is essentially the flintlock, but instead of having a chunk of flint, you would have a priming cap, which is just it's like a blasting cap. You put the little blasting cap on the back, so, or like a cap gun thing, but stronger. And the hammer would smack the cap, cause the spark. Much simpler in technology, but a lot more steps. And my complaint with it has always been how much of a hassle it is to put the cap on the system. Even if you have a capper, which is like a device that holds so many caps that you can put it on and pull it away and it'll have a cap on it. You have to constantly reload your capper, and with the flintlock, I just found that, you know, loading processes of a musket, you load your barrel with powder to the correct measurement. Found out mine really likes of my custom powder. It liked about 110 grains, But my powder underperformed, so I need to practice again. I managed to get my hands on some real powder. So I'll practice with the real stuff that's manufactured. Yeah, exactly. Pop a cap. Basically. Because the original pistols, revolvers, were cap and ball. So my complaint with it is cap and ball, load your powder, ram your ball home. Then you have to fight the cap onto the system. With the flintlock, same thing. Load your barrel, put your ball in, and then you just take a little bit of extra powder from the same thing. There is special powder that you can use. I didn't find it necessary. My lock was actually fantastic. Didn't have any problems with it. So you can literally just pour powder into the pan and straight from the horn, close it up, and you're good to go. So you've already got the powder in your hand. So boop, boop, you're done. Versus boop. Okay, let me put that back. Let me grab the cap and try and. All right, let me put the cap back. Okay, here we go. Now I can set the back trigger, and now I can fire. Because it has a set trigger. I know it sounds crazy. There's 2 triggers that operate one mechanism. I hate it. It's terrible. Terrible design. I know what it's for, but I hate it. I just found the flintlock way easier, and I plan on practicing with it a lot so that I actually get decent with it. Because I didn't do so well, but I didn't have anything sighted in, nothing was adjusted, nothing was sanded and you know, set. I just brought it out there because I wanted to play with it. And then I do the stupid thing and snap my ramrod in half, so I didn't get to use it a whole lot. So I need a new ramrod. I'm not going to go through the nuances of how that occurred. It was just bad. That being said, the first point was for costume, which he's like, you got that. You don't even have to question it. Just mark it on your card. Which funny story, forgot to mark on the other card accidentally. The second point was you had to start a fire with a flint and steel in under 20 seconds. And other than I burned the shit out of myself, I did it in 6 seconds. I haven't started a fire with a flint and steel probably in 20 years or more. Guy just hands me a rock and a steel curved thing, and I just, oh, here we go. Big fire. So I got a point for that, and then the rest was just shoot the target. If you hit it, then you get a point. I only got 7 points. Did not do fantastic, but my sight kept fucking up. So I'm gonna try and fix that. Pistol did way, way worse. Again, I forgot to mark the first 2. So technically this would be a 5 out of 19. You know, arguably not that much worse. But I didn't even hit the first target. Like, I don't know where the ball went. It just fucked off. I'd never shot this thing. Remember, it was a toy that sold to me as a toy that turned out not to be a toy. I only hit like 2 of the targets that were like right in front of me. Do I sell wallets? Yes. Yes, as a matter of fact, the one that I'm doing currently, if I would stop yapping about what I did this weekend, is a commission piece. I don't have a place that I post it. I've been trying to figure out how to do that, but everything is based on commission, basically. Something you think you might want, you can absolutely... Authentic leather. Oh yeah, all this is leather. This is the centerpiece here is actually stingray, which fucking hard to cut. The rest of it is cow. This is a 5-ounce veg tan calf skin. This strap is actually sheep hide. It's still veg tan, but it's sheep hide. The jacket pieces jacket pieces. The inner liner pieces are a mixture of calf skin and goat hide. And then this particular wallet was made with for a VTuber inspired, so they wanted, which is why it's a stingray. They wanted a wallet that was themed around the VTuber Mayray, and then they wanted something for the VTuber Tabby Ragtan. So the inner pocket here, this is actually a pocket for an AirTag. It fits an AirTag perfectly. And then we'll just nestle right inside the inner part of the wallet. But yeah, everything here is 100% authentic leather. Matter of fact, we usually cut it on stream. I just don't. I intend on. I've got a few other projects that are going to come up soon. That will be far more intricate than this. I have a backpack that's going to be very Mothman inspired. We've also done other things on stream that, technically speaking, are available if anybody wanted them, but I doubt anyone would actually want to buy something like this. Our mascot, Steven, we did for a Halloween stream. This is an actually fully wearable mask. That I have worn on many a Halloween. Quite comfortable, actually. And then we also do hats a lot. I like making hats. The only one I have as an example is my Civil War hat. But yeah. Oh, I forgot I had this here. I also have my my theme park bag. It's a ladybug backpack. Do I have a website? Yes and no. So I did have an Etsy for a while, but it's difficult to, because I make everything on like I said, I make most things on commission. I don't have like a stock of things, and Etsy doesn't exactly like that. Most of my stuff, like I said, I'll do on commission. So if there's something that you have in mind, I do have a Discord in the description that if you'd like to join, you can absolutely message me there, or I mean, you can always reach out to me as well through Discord or any ideas that you might have. I can give you my business email as well. Right, so, what was I saying? So even though I did terrible on my... I'll join the Discord. Do you showcase your work there too? I do. I don't have, like, a full list of it, but I do have quite a few pictures, and as soon as my co-host Farley gets on, he can absolutely post them. We have a chat that's called Stream Related on the Discord, where anything that we're talking about on stream, he'll post. I can try and post it to that. I have quite a few pictures that I've taken. What I was just talking about is a mountain man outfit, which is a 1800 style fur trapper. I made a pair of leather pants for it, with like shotgun fringe. I made a, I'm going to be making a vest for it soon, and a couple of other things. So if it could be made, I can probably figure it out. I also don't just do leatherworking. I do chainmail, armor smithing. I 3D print as well if you want plastic stuff. I've done a couple of Mandalorian armor sets on stream. I'll be honest, I'm kind of embarrassed of my workmanship. It's not going as expected. Things off-center, rough waters. Blacksmithing? Yeah, I blacksmith. I've got a forge and a... we'll actually do... On this channel, I do a lot of streams where I... Not necessarily blacksmithing yet, because I want to get a much more professional-looking area to blacksmith before I do that, but eventually. But I have done streams where I'll do casting. I'll do lead casting, and then I also have aluminum casting that I've done on stream. I made a badge for my car because I wanted to. I had to remake an old. They don't sell them anymore for my Chevelle. But I have also been wanting to maybe delve into automotive stuff too. But that's neither here nor there. Hi, Cry. So yeah, I mean, we do a lot on this channel. mostly, and then Farley, who is my co-host, who's not here, because he's at work, is an artist. So, usually with my commissions, and anybody can kind of, who has commissioned me, there's a couple folks in here that have, can kind of get an idea. They can tell you, whenever somebody commissions me, I have Farley, and I pay him on the side, so he's not just working for free. I have Farley make me a visual that I can send to whoever the commissioner is to see kind of what it would look like. And then if they don't like it, then we go back to the drawing board and we work on it until you get something that you perfectly love. If it can be, if you can physically conceive it, I can probably make it. With exceptions. I can't make things float. I know that somebody asked me to do that. I don't have magic. I just have been doing this a very long time. And we also we have an After Dark channel too for adult commissions, which surprisingly I haven't gotten a whole lot of. Which, like, genuinely, when I just started taking commissions, that's what I thought was going to be like the #1 thing, because when you think leatherworking, that's usually what people think of, like adult stuff. And no, not that I'm opposed to doing them. You know how I feel, money is green. But, yeah, no, everything we've done so far has been, the best way to put it would be completely above board. I have a question. My Doc Martens have a hole in the leather. Can this be repaired? Where is the hole? And are they steel toes? Because depending on where the hole is, you might actually, there might be a way that you can kind of, you can either add a piece of leather in, or you can put a patch. It depends on where it's at. That didn't line up where I wanted it to. I also almost fucked up. How much will you charge for, let's say, wallet commission? Well, it depends. It depends on a lot of factors. Thank God I used flimsy glue. Just peel it away. So, for example, the wallet that I'm making here, I charge $75 for it, but only because it has like a ton of features to it. And everything's hand tooled. I don't machine tool anything. The wallet that I made for Ace, which I have right over here, I haven't shipped it yet. I should ship it, but I haven't. So we made this one, I want to say for 50. But this was a Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't. So with my leatherworking, I know I charge very little, but because you see like custom made commissions and stuff like that for leatherworking, and they're usually hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I don't agree with that. The material is only worth so much. I mean, you know, my thing is, I don't want to charge people $1 million for something that they want. As long as I'm not losing money on a project, I don't feel bad about doing it for less. Right? And I can work around price ranges too. So if I quote something that seems too much, I can kind of like work around stuff. Can I get away with using that? No, I better not. Yeah, better not. The other thing, though, with my commissions, I will say, I am just one guy. And I do also have a day job. So, if I do get a line, it does kind of take a little bit of time. So if you need something on a deadline, I do charge a rush fee. Because then I'll sneak and try and do it while I'm at work and stuff like that. You're right, my labor is worth money. And I do charge for my labor. I don't 100% make it for just cost. But I also don't charge an arm and a leg. I strongly believe that if, you know, this is a skill that anyone can frankly learn, but I understand that, you know, quality comes with time, and not everybody has the time to learn that skill. So I charge for that skill. However, I also believe that I'm not here to make products that are unobtainable. I make as long as I make money on it, I'm not losing, which means, and I invoice for it too. So I'll tell you exactly how much the material cost, and then how much I charge for the labor. I'm very transparent about that, and I don't like I said, I don't want to charge someone an arm and a leg for something that, you know, reasonably would be honestly not that difficult to make. And I also do work with patterns on occasion. I make my own patterns, but I'd be lying if everything wasn't a pattern. Steven was a pattern that I purchased. The Civil War hat was a couple of patterns that I merged together and then modified because I didn't exactly like how it looked. I do that a lot with my hat patterns. Because I like the crown to kind of curl, and I really like using a French seam. So a lot of times I'll do a curled crown because I don't necessarily like seeing raw edges on leather. I know a lot of people do like to see that, but I don't. And I can go grab my gun belt and kind of show you what I mean by that too. I like to fold edges, and I like to do a curl on the edges if possible. I did a 40K bandolier belt for someone on stream. I think I only charged, I think it was $750, maybe it might have been $800. I don't remember. But thank you. I have to take those out. Yeah, I can't show those because YouTube turned to service. Thank you. Yeah, okay, so this I made for myself. Oh, it's still got the lead in it. Okay, let me take those out. Because I don't need those. Okay, so everything on this I hand tooled and handmade myself. What I mean by edges is I like to do a very soft chap leather border. It's nice when it's something that rests against you, because then you have something that's soft, that's not chafing you. And I typically, again, things that lie against you, I will do a chap leather liner in the back. Things that you don't normally see with a lot of things. Usually it's just the parts that don't show are just raw leather, and I don't like that personally. The thread that I'm using, kind of string is used for sewing. Imagine this would have to be something akin to fishing line. Kind of. So this is so what I'm using for this project, everything on that and everything on the thread and needle. Have you tried using a sewing awl? Yes. Yes and no. So I have used a sewing awl before. The problem with sewing awls that I have found is you can't get a super tight stitch with them. It works to sew it, but you still have to kind of tug on it to get it to be like tight enough. I have one sitting on the shelf over there. I don't know. Hand sewing I just find is easier because I can do it when I'm in the car or on a trip somewhere. Because I do like to travel quite a bit. And with the sewing awl being technically a machinery, it kind of gets wiggly. But yeah, so in terms of the thread, so this is a nylon thread, a nylon waxed thread for this particular thread's for an industrial machine for sewing industrial leather items. I bought it at an upholstery shop. I've got a couple other colors of this. But you can buy just regular waxed thread for leatherworking, and it's a high enough tensile strength if it's nylon specifically. So basically fishing line, where it's not gonna just break if you pull on it. Plus, the stitch that I'm doing is called a saddle stitch, so you're getting essentially 2 stitches in one, so it's double the strength. This is a natural material. This is called sinew. This is not artificial sinew. This is real. I got this from an old person that passed away. That friend of a friend of a friend, essentially. But I have a couple spools of this. This is animal tendon that has been pulled and stretched and turned into thread, essentially. So this is called sinew. It's you see it a lot in Native American craft. But if it's a nylon thread, pretty much anything can be used as a leather stitching if you wax it. The issue is going through the leather itself. Oh yeah, I genuinely I try to answer everything. I realize that if my channel ever takes off, it's going to be hard for me to do that because chat is going to move super quick. But, you know, in the beginning, I can answer as many questions as I can, and I still want to do that when possible. I know this is kind of a smaller project that we do on stream. Like I said just a few moments ago, come probably next week, we're going to be starting in on a Mothman-inspired backpack. So that'll be fun. I've got some rabbit fur that I've had for at this point a decade probably, that I'm going to be using to actually use as like the fluffiness of the moth. So that's coming soon. Will do. I guess I should. This would be where the corpo talk comes in, right? I should do the thing, chat. If you enjoy the content that you're seeing, you should probably like and subscribe. I do this. I try not necessarily on Wednesdays. I was exhausted yesterday from a trip, so I just didn't have the energy in me to stream. Because I do, like I said, I have a 9-to-5 job that I still do. But Tuesdays and Thursdays we do leatherworking streams, and then there will be it's been less and less because I've been like just super busy, but typically I try to do a video game stream. I was doing it on Mondays, then I moved it to Fridays, but I just haven't had the time. So I don't have I'm gonna say I don't have a set date for video games. I don't know. I'm not much of a gamer anymore. I used to be, but I've gotten old and my reflexes aren't as good as they used to be. So I don't play as much as I used to. Is what I'm trying to say. I never used real sinew. Artificial sinew is pretty nice. Can pull apart into smaller thread for use. Yeah, no, so artificial works really similar to the real thing. The difference being that it will still pull apart, but it doesn't pull apart as easily, I guess, would be the way to say it. God, is that just barely long enough? Yeah, that should work just fine. Getting that close. Unless it's a train station or something. I mean, look. I do like playing Minecraft on occasion, and I do go overboard. I understand. I get what you're saying. Oh, okay. So, getting back to my story a little bit here. Day one, I found out, or I guess technically day 2 at this point, Saturday morning, I found out, that things get cold up north in the morning, especially if you have no heat. I did not bring a fire pit with me, and you can't just light a fire on the ground in this location. So I was very cold in the morning, and I was very grateful for my leather pants, but my poncho only did so much to keep me warm. So I went out, and the goofy coat that I've seen everyone wearing that I thought was a joke, it's called a capote. Everyone had one. So I'm gonna make one. I've never liked how capotes looked online, but then I saw them in real life, and they looked quite warm, and I have an idea on how I can make one that's not as tacky, I guess. I've been designing it with Far, and I can get into the history of the capote once I start making it legitimately. This does not mean that I'm changing my idea for the morning jacket. I'm still making that. I love that Easy Rider pattern, and I intend on making it. I also want to make a shearling coat for like heavy winter, but that's gonna require me to get shearling, and I just don't have it. And a capote's gonna be far less expensive for me to make for myself. That being said, I didn't have a pattern for a capote. I didn't have any intentions of buying a pattern for a capote until this trip. So, apart from some historical drawings that I found, I didn't really know where to start. Okay, should be enough. Sew that down. So, we're going to get back to this just a second. These really bad scorecards, I didn't think I would do so well. As it turns out, there were a lot of people that did a lot better than me, so much so that they tied with each other. The people who got first prize, won a medallion, which I've never wanted something more than that right now, you know what I mean? Which makes me want to like practice and get actually good at what I own, so that I can potentially win one of those. Again, I didn't know this was a competition thing. I thought this was just a convention, but it turned out to be like a real competition. And I can't hit shit with a musket I've never shot before. So, and to clarify, I really do mean musket. I'm not just saying that for YouTube's sake. Like, I legitimately have a musket, and I'm already intending on getting another one. Because there's a special competition called the trade shoot, which requires a special type of musket called a trade gun, or a fowling rifle, which is a musket without a rear sight that can also shoot shot if you wanted to shoot shot. I'm not gonna get into it. This is not YouTube appropriate. But so I wasn't expecting to win anything because I did so bad. I was just happy to participate and be there. And I think I got pity points because I won third in both. And when you win third place, you get a prize. Everyone gets a prize. They had a table of like goodies that you could get. First place obviously gets to go first, and then you pick from the items that are up there. Every competition that you take place in, as long as you place, you win a prize. So I got third place in both of my competitions somehow. And this kind of gets back to what I was just talking about. The first thing that I got when I walked up there was a pattern from 1976 for a capote. So, oops. And it's been redacted a couple of times for a company that no longer exists. It's also a very used pattern. So, what are you gonna do? The second thing that I won was it's called a short starter. What it is it helps you seat the musket ball in the beginning just to get it started. So I won this, which unfortunately does not fit down the thing that I bought it for. It's too fat, so I can still use it for something else, but this is I mean, it's simple. I probably could have made this, but you know, it's nice to have. And then I got this one. This was just on the table. It said free, and I was like, are those good for anybody? He's like, yeah, if you want it, you can take it. So this is a chunk of antler attached to just a rod, and this is like a solid brass rod. So you can bang it down and start the ball. So yeah. I actually won something. I wasn't expecting to, but I actually won something. So, I need to make a coat, and I need to practice, is what I'm getting at. There's apparently a much bigger event. And again, these are things that nobody fucking knows about. But there's a much bigger event going on in November. Which, I mean, I'm down to drop the info for if anyone wants to go. Put it in the Discord once they actually drop the information for it. It hasn't been posted yet. But apparently it happens every November around Veterans Day. I think they said Veterans Day. Hello, Spectrus. But you know, a couple of the people that were there was this one lady that full costume really liked my costume and liked the fact that I made my costume. That just outright was like, Oh my god, we have a new person. This is awesome. I think she was in her 70s. I was the youngest member. I will say most of the people there were in their 60s or late 50s. But it was still fun. Hide glue. You use hide glue on instruments? Figured you'd use, like, I don't know, like Barge or E6000 or something. Didn't know that. For anybody wondering, Plague Bunny is an instrument maker. But, yeah, so the lady, full costume, fantastic. I'm not gonna drop her name. I'm not gonna dox her, but my God, she scared me in a way. She didn't miss a single shot. It was like watching Annie Oakley. But I think the biggest issue was the fact that it's a competition. I've never been in a competition before. I fucked up. I couldn't hit anything. I was just missing constantly. Which is like, and they were easy shots. I don't know, the stress and of it being a competition, people watching me and stuff like that. I'm not used to that. Hell, I even missed with my trapdoor. Which, again, wrong time period, but they allowed it because it was a special cartridge shoot. Also, if anyone's looking at my hands and seeing all the like cuts and scrapes I have on them, I screwed myself up bad. On day one, I was trying to seat the ball, and I guess there was a little too much fouling, and the ramrod slipped and just cut the shit out of my hand. I started gushing blood, and the guy was like, oh my God, okay, do you want to go back, or I don't know how you feel about, and I was like, no, you know what, the range closes in like 5 minutes, I'm good, I can keep going, it is what it is, I'll rub some dirt in it, it'll stop bleeding eventually. And the guy was like, oh, okay. So I think he was surprised why I wasn't like, oh, I need to go get a Band-Aid, I need to go, no, whatever, it's just blood, whatever. Has to be high glued. You would get destroyed if you use anything else. Oh. Oh, that's very elitist. But I dig it. Well, wait, okay, so I have a question then. Could you use like a double broiler on like really low to just heat up the can of hide glue? Also, I want to say for anyone who does want to get into leatherworking, word to the wise when it comes to stitching, because this is something I've only learned over time. If you're using an angled stitching iron like I usually do, because I like the zigzag shape, this is something that technically you don't need to. It just makes the threads come out a lot more uniform. And I know this probably seems like something that would be obvious, but as long as you keep stitching back and forth the same direction no matter what and doing the same operation, it'll come out perfectly straight. What I mean by that is when I stitch in one hole, and then before I've pulled it all the way through, I'll take the other stitch, throw it over so that this pulls underneath. And now that it's over, I take the other needle and then go in through the top. And that will keep it uniform all the way down. Something that people don't necessarily think to do. You can just go back and forth or whatever. And it technically you can, but if you want your stitches to look uniform, just saying. And this is for obviously hand sewing. If you're using a machine, it doesn't fucking matter. Or if you're using a round punch, it doesn't really matter. You can typically, this is specifically for like angled stitching. And even then, sometimes it doesn't come out right, but ideally. Huh. I imagine you can't heat up the violin, right? So you need your surface to be hot at the same time. Well, not hot, but not cold. I stopped working with hide glue when I started using barge. Just, the chemicals smell so much worse, but it's a lot easier to work with. Now, the astute-minded here would see that I'm not sewing the other piece on just yet. And you'd be correct. But this particular piece that I'm sewing on does not... This is just the back side. these will get sewn together and this edge doesn't get sewn to the top. Otherwise, you couldn't put your money in. Just saying. So I'm intending on buying some more material soon. After we do the backpack, probably, to make my vest. And even though it's the wrong time period, don't care. I am actually going to be stealing, so to speak, a design from the game Red Dead Redemption 2, because I really like the look of the Hinterland vest, and it is also yellow, so I can get away with that. I'm going to modify it, because there's some goofy stuff on it that don't need to be there, and obviously I need to make it a real thing, but I think that the yellow and the brown will match nicely with my gun belt and butter pants. New viewers aren't going to know what the butter pants are. And that's okay. My Mountain Man outfit uses gold tan deer as the material for the pants themselves, and it's they're very bright. I also had an issue with the butter my butt guy. I will never be rid of that curse. It's like a fucking 3-hour stream of that guy just repeating that one fucking line. And no one else has had that problem. It's not repeatable. That's just my curse. I got it on stream though, so people can't say it didn't happen. Damn. A butt was buttered and an old man shit himself. That's all I remembered. And it was just from playing fucking Liar's Dice for like 12 hours. Eventually, we're going to 100% RDR2. Well, without the online mode, because I refuse to go back on that with all the hackers. But eventually... Reasonably speaking, depending on how much tooling there is in a wallet, I think that I could probably have knocked this out a lot quicker, but there was a bunch of little things that I wanted to try and figure out how to do as well. Okay, well, we're just going to do that and hope the best here, because I don't want to fight that. A bit more difficult. Well, I mean, at least you got it figured out. What time is it? It's only 9 o'clock. Oh, actually, we might finish this today, which means Thursday might be the, official start of the other bag. Which means I need to try and figure out the instructions on that pattern, because it's got a bunch of weird parts that I don't understand. Again, Moth bag is going to be a pattern. Mothman bag will be a pattern. I believe the pattern is from Beardfoot Creations on Etsy. I can double check that. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to, because I like to, anytime I use a pattern for a project, I like to give them credit, because there's a few people on Etsy that I bought patterns from that I love the pattern, and then there are people like whoever the fuck made the pants pattern from 1970, and I hate them. You know, I want to give credit where credit is due. That pants pattern, I took away the reference. I used a basic pattern when I started, and then it failed, and I had to make my own pattern. Kind of, unfortunately, the same thing with the shoes. I tried to make a oh yeah, we made shoes on stream. Those were really comfortable. At Mountain Man, by the way. So. But yeah, I need to, I like to give credit where credit is due. And some things don't deserve credit, especially if I have to completely remake the pattern. But such is life. right. There we go. I'm just about through this top portion here, and then I should be able to start. Well, I need to repunch the holes along the edge, and then once that's done, I should be able to sew the two pieces together, or start to at least. Essentially, once I'm done with this top edge, all I have to do is sew here, here, and there, and there's a lot of layers to sew through, but it'll essentially be done. Plague Bunny, I do have to say, I don't know how to play the violin. You're gonna make me learn a new instrument. I hope you know that. Come on. Alright. So, in terms of personal projects, and I didn't do it on purpose, but I've been planning with Farley, like I said, the capote. Which I understand that some people might not know what a capote is, but let's just say it's a type of jacket for now, and I will explain better what it is when I actually begin on it, because then I can give like the whole history rundown of them, to my knowledge at least. Because I've unfortunately had to do a lot of research on them as of late. But the design that I want to go with is based more towards like an 1820s to 1840s style, which is I think it's called a paletette jacket with a hood. It, as I was designing it with Farley, I noticed more and more that it started looking like Connor's jacket from Assassin's Creed. So I'm digging it. I'm looking forward to actually making it, so that I'm not freezing my ass off in November. That one isn't going to take me as long to make, and it's using woolen yarn to sew it together, so I think I can make one, and then I might be able to make a ladies one too, if my mom wants to go camping with me. She went this time as well, just because she wanted to go camping for free. I have some photos that were taken. I guess one of the members is a professional photographer and he takes free photos, so I'm gonna have Farley draw over them. Eventually. So that you guys can kind of see what little bit of my outfit you can see. They didn't, I only got pictures taken on one day, so I didn't have, like, the first half of the outfit, because I have 2 different shirts, because, contrary to belief, I actually like to not stink, so I changed my clothes. Couldn't do anything about pants, only have 1 pair of them, but I don't really need multiple pairs of leathers. Yeah. Maybe if I get in between commissions here, I can, start knocking out some of these mass-produced parts. I have a bunch of, Ren Fair style belts that I need to put together. Trying to think. I need to actually utilize my channel for what it is, and that would be the scheduling, and actually set a schedule to adhere to. I might have Farley try and help me with that this weekend. The problem is I get little spikes of ADHD of like, I want to do this today, and then I won't think about anything but that, and then if I set a goal for myself, my brain will immediately go, nah, we ain't doing that today. Fuck that. But if I set it for people to see, then I'm kind of obligated to it, so I tend to do it. So, I have things I need to get done. Gifts and otherwise. Different projects. Need to fix a computer issue? No worries. Good luck. You know, it's funny. So I didn't think I would get it, but even though I don't know any of the people really all that well, I kind of got post-con depression a little bit. I was really kind of sad to go. Exhausted, but apart from that, like, I really didn't want to go home. So I'm looking forward to going back. Go. Okay. Okay, we're gonna stitch back just once. Just because I want to make sure that it doesn't come apart. Okay. Now that that's all done, now we're going to work on sewing these two pieces together. And this is where the interesting part gets, because obviously one of these is smaller than the other. So the way that this works is you sew this, and then you sew the other side, and then you sew the middle. And it creates these gaps that will automatically want to curl the wallet. In theory. I've not had one fail on me, but, you know, still, it's worth saying, in theory. That one started. I believe that's going to be enough to get around the whole edge, but I don't know. And then we'll start this one as well, just so that way I have them both. Going. All right, so before we start, I need to punch the holes, which means I need to find the right size hole punch, and I don't think it's the 5. I think I did the 4. I did the 5. Oh, hell yeah. Never mind. Hi, Kyo. Things are going okay. Oh. Ooh, that's strange. Ah. Well, as long as it goes through, I guess. Keo, you live closer enough to Canada. Do you know what a capote is? Oh. Hi, Far. I take it you are back and ready.
Hi, honey.
Hello.
Let's see if this works.
Well, I see your mouth moving,
There
but
we go.
oh, wait, hold on. Can everybody hear Farley, or is that work? I'm making sure it's working.
Have you had some issues?
With my own mic, yes.
Well, hello, everybody.
Hmm.
Hope you're doing well.
You know, we actually
How's the
might
wallet going?
get really close to finishing this today. Because
Oh, yeah?
I'm already sewing the two pieces together.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, we might finish this today. And then all I gotta do is cut it down and do the edges, and then throw some final wax on the top so that it's waterproof, and we're good.
Good job. Can you hear me okay?
I can.
Excellent.
Let's do you, because you're on top.
Let's do you. I saw we got 2 new folks.
We did.
They're doing a little score.
Hey.
Oh. How are you, Kyo? I'm glad to see you. Ignore the sound of Velcro taking off my boot.
Ah.
Okay.
Since we have not seen Kano in a few days, I want to say I think the bolt
Hopefully he didn't
killed
throw
him.
it off the... Well, I was going to say, hopefully he didn't throw the bolt off of the balcony. Here. Is that not... Is my output not correct?
What is happening here? Why are you not working?
There we go.
Why are you not working? You should be working, and you're not. Why not?
Double checking.
I can still hear you.
Okay, good. I was just making sure that I could hear on the stream.
Oh. Yeah, that would be a problem.
Yeah. That's why I was making sure. Ouch. Look at you go, Plague Bunny. It's looking great so far. That's awesome. I love how soft the corners look. We're 315 subs.
Whoa.
Pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Welcome back.
Hey, Chris. Hope you're doing okay.
Okay, I need to count real quick because I am confused. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18.
On holes.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That one. 18. Oh. So that actually needs to pull up here. You need to pull it to that, and then that should all line up. But I should have 18 on the back. I do, in fact. Okay. Hot dog.
Prices averted.
Hot dog.
I just thought of an ancient song. I haven't thought about that song in forever. It was the same era as Hot Milk. Do you know about Hot Milk?
I do not.
If I played it for you, you would. Plague Bunny said yes, and I'll be honest, the cornerless design made it more difficult because there was no flat edges to clamp. Not saying I won't build another, but I've learned a lot from this build. Well, it looks fantastic. You did a great job on it. I can imagine that would be very, very difficult to pull off. But I think the fact that you did is awesome.
Okay, I too am struggling. Hold on.
No.
There we go.
Nowhere to clamp.
Well, I don't have a clamp. I mean, I could use my stitching pony at this point, but I'm not because nobody can see it if I don't I don't have a way to put it on stream.
Gotcha.
I do use that thing, but I don't use it as much as I wish I could.
Not on stream anyway. I think we need to figure out like a third camera for that. Just a new camera for everything.
Fucking pony cam.
Pony up.
Nope. Wrong side.
I do think I'm getting a dry socket. I'm pretty sure I can see. That's a problem. So I'm gonna have to call and see if I can just see a normal dentist about it, or if I have to go back up to see out. I hope I don't. But at this point, I'll take it. I hate teeth stuff. Terrible.
Just get veneers like everyone else in today's day
No.
and age.
Veneers are worse.
I know. It was
anything, my dad's are a better option. Fucking implants. Those are great.
16. 1, 2, 3. 16. Okay, so the next one has to go through that half hole. And then
Is it whole or is it half?
it's a half hole.
So it's a half?
Kind of. It's kind of just a half. It's
Crescent?
It's it was pinched on the edge. So it'll work as a groove, but it's
not like a proper stitching hole.
no. It's just a groove to guide it in.
I understand.
That's yeah. I'm calling it that, but that was not done on purpose. I just want you to be very clear. We make mistakes here, chat. It is what it is.
It's okay to mess up sometimes. You just
It
play
is.
it off like you meant to do it. And then it's nobody's problem because nobody knows. Only becomes a problem when you tell people.
Yes, but you know, also transparency. So yeah, that was not meant to be like that. But it actually works out a little bit better, so we're gonna take that. That's a win.
You're gonna say that it was on purpose.
Yeah, sure. There it is. There's the hole. Okay. There it is. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of layers.
Hi, Focal. How are you?
Hi, Focal.
My cheek is bruised, by the way.
And here you missed my whole Mountain Man story.
I am recovering from wisdom teeth removal, and my face hurts, and my cheek is bruised. My beard covers it up, but if my beard was not here, I would look like I got socked in the face.
Yeah, I found out how heavy a musket can be.
We're gonna have to work you in some weightlifting, aren't we?
I'm just gonna put my gear on and run around the backyard.
Oh, you made PC VR work. That's handy. I liked doing that when I had the chance to. I still do, I guess. I got it so that I could hang out with kobolds, and we never do it anymore. So
we need to.
I would like to. Just finished playing The Isle for 10 hours. Nice. You had fun with it. You were a dinosaur. I've seen a lot of clips about that game where you can be all kinds of different sizes of dinosaur.
I think I have
sizes and
two.
types. They got like little raptors that can jump off trees or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's the video the TikTok that I saw.
One of them. I've seen a bunch. Then you get like tribes of the same species, and they'll be like, "Oh, you're a traitor! You used to be one of us, but now you're one of them."
That's whack.
Silly stuff. Super fun, but man, gonna get scary. Imagine you have all these giant dinosaurs walking around. If you're just trying to be a little bean, it's not gonna work out too hot.
What if you just did it?
I mean, you could, but you're probably gonna get 8. Get 5 Triceratops. Oh yeah, I've only seen people play as the friggin' the carnivores. I haven't seen anybody play as an herbivore. Server sizes are 115 people. That's a lot of
Holy
dinosaurs.
shit, that's a lot of dinosaurs.
How big is the map? I imagine it has to be big enough that you can, like, be there and have some level of aloneness. Map is massive. Okay. You struggling to get through all those layers, hon?
Well, it's not just that. I don't wanna stretch the holes on this. So it's just black on black on black on black. I'm having trouble finding the tiny holes. But once I find it, it's not so bad. Getting it through kind of sucks, but it is what it is.
He says the map is massive. You can go hours without seeing anyone. That's crazy.
Oh, so I guess in other news, apart from what I've already talked about, I ordered some labels. They don't get here for a while, but I ordered some labels, so I can sew them into projects. I know a little too late for some things, but I like the idea of being able to put them on them.
That'll be
so some people got the original homemade labels, but these will be like, these are professional. I totally stole the thing that you drew previously and just pop that bad there in there. Yeah.
Apparently, the V3 map, I guess there's a bunch of different maps, but the V3 map is 256 square kilometers.
That's goddamn.
256 km to m. 159 miles. That's crazy.
I was crazy once.
Want to know how long it takes to get a fully grown trike?
There's no in-game map. Oh.
You have to play 29 IRL hours to get a fully grown Triceratops from a hatchling. That's crazy. Do you have to start from the egg? Like, unless you've logged off as a fully grown, or do you have to start new every time? Do you get to choose what dinosaur you are?
That's unrealistic.
Don't know anything about it, so I figured I'd ask. You can choose, okay? But do you start as a baby every time? Or are you saying, yes, you can choose about being a baby or not?
The bigger you end, the longer it gets. What?
Oh, like the longer you take, or I don't know.
I don't actually understand the.
That one. You start as a baby unless you log off safely. So if you log off in the middle of a battle, or if you log off and die, then you have to restart. But if you log off and you're safe, then you can keep getting bigger. Yeah, 29 in real life hours. Crazy.
Fuck that.
I could do that.
You shouldn't.
Kobold, no. The bigger the dino, the longer it... Oh! The bigger the dino, the longer it takes to get fully grown. I see. So the little dinosaurs take a lot
Why do I
less
feel
time
like
to
Chris
probably
understood
keep
why
it.
I chuckled?
Yeah. I got it. It was a dirty joke. I understand. Good job. I see. So if you do a T-Rex, it takes a hell of a long time. So raptors take 4 or 5 hours to get full. Okay, so it is based on the size of the dinosaur. That's fascinating.
It wasn't a
I
dirty
guess that
joke.
makes sense. No?
No.
Chris thought it was a dirty joke.
It wasn't a dirty joke. Okay, Chris did not get it. Okay, that's okay. I can't say why I laughed. But it's not a dirty joke, I promise. If anything, it's more religious.
It's the song, isn't it?
It's the song.
Yeah, I'm not letting you go with that one, sorry.
It's the song. It's a very old meme song.
Hello?
Hello.
I'm confused. I got new headphones, and I touched the side of them, and it made a noise. What does that do? Let's find it. Got squishies. Great.
Ah. Goodness.
Le baril n'est pas étanché si de l'eau ou des corps étrangers pénétrent dans le baril. Si la forêt
And the schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
incendiée ou choc électrique. Ah, it says don't get it wet or else you can get an electric shock. I'm glad I know French. Takes about 35 hours to fully grow a T-Rex. That's nuts.
That's okay. And who has the time for that?
Streamers.
I guess.
Not you. You're not. Okay, this little thing was not very helpful. I needed to figure out what the noise was, and this did not tell me. Guess I will have to download now. Oh, wait, no, they got a website. Yeah, okay.
Why won't you
You can
allow me to pull the
You can
fucking
shave
plug?
off 17 hours if you get a good diet. Oh. So if you just eat really good, you grow faster. Okay, excuse me.
You've been roped into Dino Game? You got roped into it. Oh. So is that what Kyo's playing? Are you playing the dinosaur game? Is that what's going on? I'm about to give up.
It's going so well. Oh no, did it... Oh. Did it disconnect? I'm sorry, Chris. VR is fickle. Oh, you can make your own servers in the Dino game. I see.
But the dino doesn't carry over from server to server. Otherwise, it just wouldn't be fair.
Well, hold on. Maybe it does.
That just wouldn't be fair.
No one says anything's fair in dinos.
Can your dino die of old age?
Yes. No. Probably.
Like, how realistic are we talking here?
You also lay eggs to spawn your friends. You get 1 dino per server. You can't die of old age. Oh.
Huh.
So they play by lobster rules, I see. Monster. Happy Earth Day, by the way, everybody.
It's Earth Day?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know.
Why'd you say it like that?
I know.
I could have known, you don't know.
You did not know.
But I could have.
But you didn't. But you did! I don't even know where that's from.
I do.
What is it from?
It's from a fucking... It's a meme, but it's from a bad porno. I could have killed you, but you didn't.
Oh. For once, it was something that I didn't know. I've fallen off lots of cliffs, Vocal says. Yeah.
On
The
purpose?
reason I know it's Earth Day is because the college I go to is doing a bunch of stuff for Earth Day this month. And today I got a free little air plant, which are cool. At some points it gets so dark that you can't see anything even with the in-game night vision.
But Focal, you could lemming yourself and get other
Said
people
I
to
didn't
jump
fall
with
off
you.
the cliff on purpose. Damn.
You could be a lemming.
Lemming. Falling is a common way to go. I would imagine. When you're that big and you can't really see the ground too well, I imagine tripping is a lot more of a hazard. Wouldn't you say so, Kobold?
I never trip.
Sometimes the plants are so dense that you can go sailing off a cliff, damn. It's gotta be funny, you're like, why do I hear Freebird? And then all of a sudden you're tumbling down a cliff.
That's just a funny concept.
I know. It's why I said it. Ah, yes, the good old, why do I hear boss music? I'm falling! Seeing a full-grown T-Rex is terrifying. Fair.
See, but it's the fully grown T-Rexes that you don't see that's even scarier.
making roar, so hearing a T-Rex is bone chilling. Oh. Do they have any of those fun dinosaurs that have the fucking horn in the forehead? Also, do all dinosaurs from the same species sound the same, or do they have different calls? Is it variable? I just want to know.
How do you get snuck up on by a fucking T-Rex? It's a T-Rex. You can fucking see the water moving.
They're a stealth build.
Fuck do you mean?
They're a 7-ton stealth build.
What are you, a fucking Skyrim NPC? No, that's not fucking... To open your eyes!
Clearly, they just put a bucket over your head and then sneak up on
you. Must have been the wind.
4 or 5 calls. Well, they may be big, but they can move slow. They have good muscle control.
They can crouch and sneak.
Oh, I stand corrected?
Oh my god, they can...
estimates.
They can crouch and sneak. Oh boy! A fucking... A fucking skyscraper is crouching. Gee!
I mean, a lion can sneak up on you.
A lion isn't the size of a T-Rex!
Probably doesn't work on the other small dinosaurs, but it probably works on bigger dinosaurs like Triceratops. But yeah, apparently new studies say that fully grown T-Rexes probably weighed around 9 tons.
That's more than a semi-truck.
Yes. Technically a giant chicken. It can't reach you out of its hands, but its neck sure can. Sometimes the deer are louder than the T-Rex. Oh, that's fair. Especially if they're like, ah, don't touch me! Also, isn't there voice comms, or is that just people in Discord?
It's probably just people in Discord.
I figure I should ask. The deer scream really loud. Okay. So they're like, "Meow," and then that alerts the guards. Let's see. Wait, they're a deer?
Huh?
So is this like a Jurassic Park thing? I'm curious now.
I'm confused.
We use Discord, but there have been some VC servers being tested. I see. So it is just Discord stuff. It's not... Damn. There are also human buildings, so it is like Jurassic Park. Fascinating. Can you be a human?
With a gun?
Humans are being tested. Damn. Fucking shit, fucking dinosaurs.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. But wait.
Isn't that just Ark then?
No, hold on. But wait. Well, Arc VR, but like, hold on. So, here's my biggest question about that then. Are they gonna start as a human baby?
Oh my god, you just have a bunch of human babies fucking crawling around.
Like, you die. If somebody kills the mother, you've killed the whole tribe. You know what I mean? Like, you can't...
I see. Humans are being tested, but you're playing as the dinosaur. So basically, there may eventually be humans in the game.
But as like NPCs. Ah.
Yeah.
Ah.
They become the environment that you're fighting against. But wait, so there's just modern deer?
Are you playing in Ohio?
I have deer out here. One was laying in my backyard earlier.
I know, but I'm just saying, fucking dinosaurs and...
Oh, the humans can be played. Wait, yeah, so do you start as a baby? Or are those just your It's an island, okay. Semantics.
So it is Ark.
But nobody plays as it, because why would you play as a fucking human when you could be a dinosaur? Do you have any people just role-playing being like a farmer and they've got to fucking contest with giant fucking T-Rexes?
I think that would be funnier.
That's why I'm asking.
Somebody did a, I don't remember the fucking, I know you watched it with me, somebody did a test on a ballistic gel that was shaped like a T-Rex skull.
Yeah.
Modern fucking firepower cannot touch a T-Rex.
The human is how you turn it into a horror game. Oh wait, yeah, so question about that then. Do the dinosaurs' eyes glow in the dark when you look at them, like how regular predators are, if they have slight light reflected on them? They do. Well, is that they do about people role-playing as farmers or shit? Or have you ever seen a human take down a dinosaur in the game? They do if they have night vision on. Oh, the eyes part. Okay, that's interesting. Didn't I show you a short the other day about how fucking cassowaries have, like, UV color?
Yeah, but they can only see that themselves. It's how they tell the difference between different cassowaries.
Humans aren't on current. Okay, so nobody is yet, but that's an interesting idea.
They're gonna have to put some kind of future gun in because you can't. You literally like.
Well, no, it's just ultimate survival. It's ultimate hardcore, but you literally can't kill anything. There are crocodiles. Oh yeah, you could kill a croc or a deer. You could survive on deer or farm, and just run away from every fucking dinosaur you see.
So you could literally never build a home.
Well, I didn't say that. You're just gonna have to be careful. Maybe you tame a fucking, I don't know, maybe you tame a Triceratops.
How do you tame an animal?
You give it food.
But hold on.
Brain,
but it's a
back
player.
Yeah, it's called role-playing. Get with it. Getting pulled into a river is an option. Oh. Wait, can you play as the crocodile or the deer, or is it just the dinos for now?
Are the deer people?
Yeah, that's what...
Who picks a deer? Hold on!
I don't know. That's why I'm curious. I want to know. Can I be a ferret?
What? Hold on. You can be a fucking T-Rex and you want to be a ferret?
You can be a crocodile. They are dinos, technically. The deer are NPCs. Okay. Okay, so I can't be like a field mouse jumping around, climbing inside the brain of a dino. Okay. Oh no, furry roleplay. It's just feral roleplay at that point. What game are you all talking about? The Isles. Focal has been talking about it, and we're curious. Apparently, there will eventually be humans that you can play, where everybody else plays as a fucking dinosaur, so... And we're just curious about the semantics. Can I be a nominal Keris? It's not ocean-based, so I don't believe so. Also, I think it's a little outside of the time zone. But... I don't know. I don't want to be a human.
I don't know that it's outside of the time zone. There's fucking humans and deer. I think anything goes at this point.
A nominal Keris.
Why would you want to be a human when you could be a dino? Exactly. Unless there's like unless they implement a game mode that like it's like the old like Halo zombies, but it's fucking dinosaurs or what was it, a hunt or whatever?
I have a question.
Like the Battlefield from
is there pay to play in the dinosaur game? Do people pay to be bigger dinos?
That
You sent a tiny bird dino in the Discord for us to look at. I saw him. He is cute. I will send him to Kobold. Are the T-Rexes feathered? That's another good question.
are they? Oh yeah, are they? Because that's real. That's cool.
I want to see his tiny chicken wings. Because the wings on a T-Rex would be like how the wings on a fucking cassowary are, where they've got like nothing and they just kind of nubs that they go. $20 for the game, otherwise there isn't any way to spend money.
That's
It's
nice.
only $20? Shit. I don't have the time for that right now, though.
I don't have 35 hours. I'm sorry. I don't.
Can the dinosaurs learn to use tools?
No.
I don't know. I'm asking. Chicken. No, there are no tools. Damn. Is this like a Spore-esque game but with dinosaurs? No, it's not Spore. You don't create a dinosaur. You live as a dinosaur. You start as a hatchling, and Focal says it takes 29 hours to grow into a full-sized... 29 IRL hours to grow into a full-size Triceratops from a hatchling. And you can be a lot of different species, apparently. Jesus Christ. I don't even think you have that kind of time, Penny. But wait, so if you log off safely as a baby, does the hours... Wait. So, do the hours pass when you're not on game? So if you log off while safe, do those hours pass? Because do you just log on and then wait a day and then come back? Or do you have to be logged in the whole time? These are important questions. It's while logged in hunting for food. Oh my god. I normally 51 hours of Dark Souls when I first played 9 days ago. Are there achievements? Can you 100% the game?
Shut up.
But it's only $20. Take longer if your diet is bad. Wait, so could you, theoretically... Okay, first off, are there randomly spawning NPC dinosaurs? Or is it that there are only dinosaurs when there are players? Because could you, in theory, start up your own server, no other people in it, and just survive happily as a dinosaur? No achievements, okay. There are NPC dinos. Okay. So you could play it solo. It's fascinating. They are small and not dangerous. Okay, so no NPC T-Rexes that'll come and wreck shop. That's good to know. The boar and deer are dangerous to babies. Well, that makes sense. Boar are dangerous to fucking people. Can you be Littlefoot? I just want to know.
Fucking over here eating some goddamn tree stars and shit.
Yeah. Or can I be Petrie? Can I be a little fucking pterodactyl? No Littlefoot yet. Damn. Could I be
Okay, but that's because Littlefoot doesn't exist.
We already know we can beat Sarah.
What about Ducky?
So you can eat each other.
What about Ducky?
Can
you
you
be
be-
Ducky?
Yeah, I want to know. Can you be Ducky? Can you eat all the fucking water weeds? All the duckweeds? Hop, 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 hop. Sorry, we realize we're putting you on the spot for this, but like, this is our first. What dino is Ducky? That's a good question. What dino was Ducky? It literally popped up right away. Parasaurolophus. A parasaur.
I don't know what Spike was. I don't think Spike was a Stegosaurus, but he might have been. Without any parts. I mean, I don't know.
Spike was a Stegosaurus, but he was young, so his plates hadn't grown in. Also, Don Bluth just kind of drew him kind of squishy. There's no Parasaur? Oh.
No Ducky.
No Ducky.
0 out of 10.
Stego? Oh. I could just look that up. I'm sorry I keep asking you. What?
No. Keep asking him. This is good for content interaction. Good for the algorithm.
Looks like somebody's trying to mod him in. That's cool.
Ooh.
Oh, they have Gillimimus.
What'd you say to me?
They're funky looking. Gallimimus. They're like a goose with arms. Kangaroos, if you will.
Yeah, I haven't sewn it down yet. We're still working on it, but I also need to. It's obviously puffy because I haven't crushed it yet, but it is roughly going to be that size, about an inch thick.
I have another question. Can you decorate your dinosaur? Or is it just luck of the draw? If they ever make a Cambrian version of the game, I'm getting that in a heartbeat. Yeah. Dilophosaurus, Omniraptor, Troodon, Ceratosaurus. You could be a Pteranodon. And the stupid-ass Carnotaurus. I imagine that thing takes fucking ever to grow. 5 hours 40. I stand corrected. Do not fight more than 3 Omnis if you are alone. Okay. Thank you.
Do not fight Omni-Man.
Diabloceratops, Myosaurus, Dryosaurus, Dinosaurus.
My very sore finger meat is
They have the Pachycephalosaurus.
about to call it there, but
Oh yeah.
we do. So I have it kind of pinned up so you can kind of see what's going on here. So obviously, right, it's sewn and it's not going to open all the way, even though that's pulled tight, right? But that's part of the point. So as you can see kind of with this side, it's completely openable, right? But because it's sewn in a way that holds it down, it will automatically want to curve itself. So when this gets sewn in place, that will naturally want to pull that way. And this will naturally want to be pulled this way, so it should automatically want to stay closed.
Brachiosaurus, Brontosaurus, not happening.
And then I have to
Brachiosaurus.
smooth this edge out a little bit. But yeah, we're about, I would say, a good... Oh, I don't know. 80-ish% done. We just have to finish sewing a couple of sides. So we will finish this up on Thursday. We'll sew the edges, cut off the excess, and then smooth the edges down to try and mimic the sort of finished edge that I did on this, where it's super smooth, like glass.
Okay.
So this is almost done.
So they are thinking about adding Parasaurolophus and a bunch of others. The fuck is a Protoceratops? That thing's wacky.
It's a rather small wallet, actually, looking at it, but it's I mean, it's appropriately sized.
It's a good size.
And then, you know, pop it open, right? You got a regular wallet, and then on the inside, when you open it, a little mole. A little hidden mole.
Chris says, looking great. Vocal said, very cool, Kobold. Mole jump scare, said Penny. Also, hi, Penny. I realized I didn't say hi before. But I've been talking to you.
You were here before
Also
Penny
spawned
was.
together with friends. I was. Surprising.
Okay.
Alright, you want me to do this thing, Kobold?
Yeah, I gotta call it there because my finger meat hurts. But we will continue tomorrow. We're gonna finish this tomorrow
Wow.
easily.
Busy week for Kobold.
Well, only because I skipped a day.
Yeah. He was so laid up that he didn't even play a video game.
I was just staring at the ceiling for like a couple hours. I'm not even gonna lie.
He was spaced
I
the
was
fuck out,
so
guys.
fucking like. My problem is, I have never done that before, and I was just tired. My back hurt, and I was tired. I'm not used to toting around a 9-pound musket and a lead shot bag. I'm just not used to it, so
It's
tired.
like 40 pounds a kit, I think.
Not to mention, well, no, see, okay. The 40 pounds a kit thing, that doesn't bother me. Because I already wear steel armor at the Ren Fair. I'm used to that much weight, but it's centralized. This is different because it's weight that's completely on your shoulders and upper back. It's not dispersed. And then my holster, right? The weight was on my hips. So things that don't normally have weight put to them, I was just having weight put to.
Weight
It
down
hurt.
on.
Yeah. I have to get used to it. It's muscles I don't think ever worked out.
Gonna have to practice.
Yeah. You have to get
Hey, wait,
dressed.
you got a
and-
treadmill. You could throw them on and walk on the treadmill for a bit.
Well, yes, but also no, because it's not only that, but it's like it's also like
Elevation and
uphill,
inventory.
downhill. Yeah.
You could go to the gym with all that shit on.
I don't think a local gym would like me getting on their stair stepper with a musket.
Probably not.
Just putting that out there.
Alright. Thank you all so much for watching and hanging out with us. Welcome to the 2 new folks that we got.
Yeah.
And we hope that you all have a great day, night, or whatever it is, wherever you are. Please get some sleep, eat some good food, drink some water, and we'll see you all next time.
Yeah.
We hope that you take care. Good night, everybody.
Goodbye.